Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, this Zoology World. In today's video, I'm going to talk about cell, the types of cells and the basic differences between the two types. The cell was first time discovered by Robert Hooke, and the term cell was used by him for the first time in his book Micrographia. Robert Hooke examined the cells in a piece of cork under the microscope. There are basically two different types of cells, prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. As you can see in this diagram, the major differences between the two types of cells are shown here. So let's discuss them one by one. Under prokaryotes, bacteria, blue-green algae known as cyanobacteria and mycoplasma known as PPLO comes. Under eukaryotes, algae, protozoans, metazoans and plantscape. The size of the prokaryotic cell is generally smaller and it is about 0.1 to 5 micrometer, whereas the eukaryotic cells are larger in size depending upon the activities performed by the cell. They can be 5 to 100 micrometers. The prokaryotic cells has generally the cell wall made up of non-cellulosic material, generally by muramic acid. As in eukaryotes, the cell wall generally found in plant cell and the fungi, and the cell wall in plants is made up of cellulose. The prokaryotes have a special capsule made up of mucopolysaccharide that surround the cell, but in eukaryotes such capsules are absent. Also, there are cell membrane in folds known as mesosomes which help in the cellular respiration and cell division are found in the prokaryotic cell, but in eukaryotes these are absent. Ribosomes are found in both the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, but the difference between the two is their composition. In prokaryotes it is 70S ribosomes which has subunits 50S plus 30S, and in eukaryotes it is 80S which has subunits 60S and 40S. The main difference between the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell is their presence or absence of the nuclear membrane. In prokaryotes, the freely suspended chromatin material in the cytoplasm is known as the nucleoid, whereas in eukaryotes there is a well-organized nucleus. The nucleoid in the prokaryotes is also known as genophore. Mostly, the prokaryotes have multiple nucleoids, whereas in case of the eukaryotes, there are mononucleate conditions that is more common. The DNA that is present is circular and naked in case of the prokaryotes, and it is linear in case of the eukaryotic DNA. DNA found in the prokaryotes is polycistronic, whereas it is monocistronic in case of the eukaryotes. The polycistronic DNA means the mRNA encodes for more than one gene at a time, whereas monocistronic in eukaryote means at one time the mRNA encodes for one gene generally. There is only one type of RNA polymerase found in case of the prokaryotic cell, whereas in case of the eukaryotes, there are three different types of RNA polymerase, each for rRNA, tRNA and mRNA, that is ribosomal RNA, transfer RNA and messenger RNA. The transcription and translation in case of the prokaryotes takes place inside the cytoplasm only, but in eukaryotes the transcription occurs in the nucleus and the translation occurs in the cytoplasm. There may be extranuclear chromosomal material found in case of the prokaryotes known as plasmid or episomes. In case of eukaryotes, such extranuclear materials are not found, but some organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast may have their own genome. Protein synthesis inhibition is generally carried out by the chloroamphicool molecule in case of the prokaryotes, whereas cyclohexaamide cause the inhibition of protein synthesis in case of the eukaryotes. There are no organelles found in case of the prokaryotes, and the eukaryotes have different membrane-bound organelles. The flagella, if found in the prokaryotic cell, it is made up of the flagellin protein, whereas the cilia and flagella both are found in case of the eukaryotes. Cilia are smaller in size but larger in number. Flagella are larger in size but smaller in number, and they are made up of microtubules, especially by a protein known as the tubulin. There are gas vacuoles found in case of the prokaryote cell, where in eukaryotes, plant cells generally have sap vacuoles. A special type of lipid known as cardiolipin is found in prokaryotic cells, but it is not a characteristic of that of the eukaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cell generally divides by amitosis or simple fission, as there is no spindle formation. But in case of the eukaryotic cell, there is spindle formation during division, and that's why they divide by mitosis and meiosis. The respiratory enzymes are found on the plasma membrane and mesosome in case of the prokaryotes, and these respiratory enzymes are found in cytoplasm and the mitochondria of the eukaryotic cell. There are actin and myosin microfilaments found only in case of the eukaryotic cell. Also, the eukaryotic cell cytoplasm shows cyclosis, that is the cytoplasmic streaming movements. This is all about the different types of cells, the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cells. Hope you understand the major differences between a prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. If you find this video interesting and informative, do like and please subscribe my channel. Thank you.